Hi there. What do I say? This channel has been dead for ages. I think the last video I put out was in 2019 and it was a mess and it was completely different and why did I even do this? But a while ago I realized, dude, Jay, you are going to be a filmmaker. Why are you not using every single occasion and possibility to make videos, clips, whatever, and practice? Hello. So yeah, once I realized all this missed potential that I was basically letting go here, I decided, why not reinvent my old dead channel? Going from hair dyeing videos to filmmaking videos, I mean, that is just beautiful. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm technically already halfway through my studies, kind of, I already know that it's not gonna be done with graduating. Like, okay, I have a degree, but where do I go from there? Do I make myself a name? Do I find a completely different thing that I wanna do filmmaking-wise? Because right now, I'm more into, you know, feature films, but who knows, maybe documentaries will be my thing, or advertisement films. Yeah, who knows? You know, it could be anything. But I suppose this video is just gonna be some kind of introduction to what I'm doing, what I have been up to, in case anyone even cares, because why would you care? Half of you have no idea who I am, and the other half is just not gonna watch. Anyways, yeah, let's make this a little introduction to everything, and we'll see how it goes from there. So let's get started. To get started, let's do a little bit of a recap of what happened in the last year and a half-ish. Because that's how long I've been studying. So I started in October 2020. And yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. Especially with certain world circumstances. It has been quite chaotic, but you know, but we have done some fun projects so far, and they were all special in their own way, I guess. You know, they all gave me some kind of learning outcome, and isn't that what we're here for, right? They were both positive and negative. Of course, you need both, but, you know, I absorbed it all and grew from it, I hope. I hope I grew from it. I hope I'm not promising too much here and like, oh my god, she's such a great advanced filmmaker, and then you see my movies and it's like stick figures and bad lighting and the sound is like I hope that's not the case. But they were fun projects and I hopefully learned what I was supposed to learn. I really hope that, it would be great. So yeah, let's maybe just look back at some stuff that I did and maybe see which one was the best and, you know, just generally recap and think about what could have been, or what was, I don't even know. Two side notes, by the way. First of all, some of these I am not able to show, probably. Some of them aren't to be published, so I'll just show you a few snippets, and we'll see. Second note, I am so sorry if my audio quality is not great. The only thing I had was a cheap little phone microphone pop-up thingy. I can't afford proper microphones just yet, so if at some point you're like, what the hell is she doing? She doesn't even know how to do proper sound. I am so sorry, I am aware that this isn't great. And as soon as I have something to use that is better than this, I definitely will. But until then, please bear with me. I am just trying to make this interesting and trying to divert from the awful sound. Okay, so first one, called Way of the Wind. Yeah, I'm starting with this one because it was also my first film I ever made at my school. It was all a little, you know, chaotic since the task was to make a film with a certain topic. In our case, this was air, so the topic was air, and we had to do this within no more than 48 hours. So basically, the whole weekend was spent getting the instructions, so the topic, writing the script, then shooting, then editing, and, you know, all within Friday to Sunday. So it was quite stressful, especially since we were beginners and did not expect it to be the way it went. We had some trouble nailing down the script because, you know, we didn't have much time, and that's also just why anyone who sees this clip is probably gonna be like, wet, because it's just, there is no structure. Well, there is a structure, but it's not anything, you know, you would usually do in a film, and it doesn't have a clear ending, and it's just chaotic as hell. As you can see, I was the actress for this. My job was to edit the film in the end, so of course I was free to act because we were only 3 people. You couldn't have more than 3 people in your group. One was the camera guy, one was director, one was editor. And yeah, the guy who edited, in this case that was me, the guy, had to act because we didn't have any actors, so you know, whoever wasn't occupied had to do it. So yeah, I was this colorful haired person. Where did she go? No, but it was fun, and it was a nice experience to actually be in front of a almost professional camera for once. I mean, it was great. But yeah, there's no way that this clip is ever gonna make it on the internet fully, because then you would actually see how bad the storyline is. You know, just from these snippets you maybe can't tell because I'm showing you nice images and all that kind of stuff, but yeah. At least I'm kind of proud of the sound editing that I made after not knowing anything about sound editing beforehand. Let's move on to some more interesting things here. This one I am actually particularly proud of because it was the first clip that I actually officially directed. Yeah, and it even turned out decent, I would say. I mean, I'm kind of proud of it. Yeah, I'd like to say that. This was also one of those 48 hours long projects. Altogether we made 3 of them, but the 3rd one is with an external actress, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show it because we never signed anything with her, so I don't want to you know, offend her or anything, so I'll just leave it out to be safe. This one was the 2nd project, and we additionally had to like sneakily incorporate certain items into the film. So our topic, if I remember correctly, was called Timeout, and the objects we had to sneak in were a glass of pills and a chain of some sort. Could have been a necklace, could have been an actual chain, you know, stuff like that. This was probably the most experimental film I've ever made, you know, with the style of an old silent film. And honestly, it was so much fun to make because we didn't have to take care of the audio or the lighting conditions because we shot mostly inside. We could take all our time. We could, you know, just experiment around. It was really great. We could screw around with, you know, not having the greatest scenery, but still kind of having the charm of silent movie, you know, making do with the props we had, all that stuff. For example, actually, we had a hairdryer that we blew, well, I blew because I was also camera, right into the actor's face to make his hair fly. You know, it could have been a bit more epic than it actually turned out, but it was so much fun. And also, we were first semesters. We had been at that for like, not even half a year, 3 months. So I think we did good job for being that. This film actually even made it onto our school's annual premiere of the best produced movies of that year. So it's kind of worth it, you know, and actually if you want to watch that, I will put a link down below because that one is ours and we made it together, so nobody could be nobody's rights could be violated by putting that online. So if you want to watch it, there's a link down below. Moving on, we are giving out the biggest pain in the ass award to this one. I have to say, again, this is one that I am somewhat proud of, but the road that we took to get this done was more than bumpy. The task was actually to create an animation VFX short film with usage of all the Adobe After Effects functions that we had learned in a class prior to shooting this. We used green screen, We used a bomb, some holograms, you know, just the normal stuff that you have lying around in your house. No. Personally, I had never done anything like this before. The problem was that in order to have the green screen look realistic, we had to have 4K footage because, you know, all the little details that had to be masked out, all that stuff. But what we of course didn't anticipate was how big the files were gonna be and how much our computers would struggle with making them look good. And this just made every tiny process super long and dragged out. And I don't ever want to do this again unless I have someone who does it for me, like, you know, professional VFX people who know what they're doing. But after some sleepless nights, literally, it did work out in the end. And, you know, we also actually got praise for a cool setup that we filmed our footage for the final result in. I can show you some of the behind the scenes pictures. It was quite fun. The shoot was quite fun, you know, figuring out how to set up something in a way that it looks good in the end. You know, with the end product not even being there, so you had to imagine what it was supposed to look like. It was kind of difficult, but also cool. So yeah, I think that was a great experience. A tough one, but you know, I did it. We did it, and it worked, I guess. The translator, yay! For this one, I was only light and camera assistant actually. But it was the first time I was on a professional set with paid actors and more or less proper budget. So I could not leave this one out. We were tasked with shooting a commercial for a language school. This was an actual client, so they had someone come in and, you know, give us budget so we could shoot something for them to experience how an actual advertisement film worked. This one was a very interesting experience. Yeah, almost all around. I mean, you know, a certain virus came into the way of this and we were very early and very late working up for it, and it was 2 days of shooting from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the regulations, because of a certain virus, as important as they were, they made it so much more hectic and complicated because you constantly had to retake your tests and be sure that nobody contracted anything over the last few hours. It was kind of, yeah, it put a lot of more stress on this whole thing than it should have. But yeah, nevertheless, we delivered a solid result, and we had a ton of fun with the actors, and it was just an interesting experience with everyone who was involved, and yeah, great team, 9 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah. To come to the last and probably coolest project, we have a documentary. I know how this sounds. I just said in the beginning that I might prefer feature films over documentaries, but this one's special, okay? Hear me out. This film must be one of the most unusual and most fun experiences that I have made at this school. Seriously. We were talking about ancient Roman remains and buildings in the German city of Trier, and we actually went there for a whole day and shot all the beautiful ruins and their surroundings and everything. It was beautiful weather. I had the worst allergies that day and no pills to kind of suppress them, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it was just a delight to work on, and yeah, that's probably also why I'm even more proud of the outcome than I would have been if it wasn't fun. But, you know, I don't want to, you know, praise myself too much or anything, but the shots are pretty cool. I made them. I made the shots. That's why they're cool. And also a huge round of applause to Emily here for making the greatest sound design this film could have had. Seriously, listen to this.
Who were eager to see some violent entertainment.
Isn't this just so cool? Seriously. Yeah, I am also gonna link this one below for you to watch in case you have a few minutes. It's like 6 minutes long or something. So, that was it for now, actually. I know I don't have much to show for myself yet, and I have a lot more clips that are just not great enough to show, or you know, I'm actually just not allowed to show them for certain reasons. But I am hoping that with the resurrection of this channel, maybe I can keep going and, you know, produce some more awesome movies, you know, short movies, documentaries, behind the scenes, whatever I can find really. I am of course also hoping that the stuff I upload here will get more interesting than just me sitting here talking all the time. But seeing as this is my first video and it's, you know, just an introduction, and hopefully more stuff is gonna come also still this semester, which is still ongoing, I'm quite positive and hopeful that this is gonna be more fun in the future for both of us. Both of us being you. And did I just... My brain just thought the camera was the one I'm talking to and not a possible audience. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get used to this again. This is a total mess. Anyways, if you're interested in, you know, following my journey and seeing how much I screw up or potentially how much I grow, I would hope it's the latter, I would love for you to stay. So I'll hopefully see you soon, and stay creative. Bye!